Chapter 25. The Queen of Spades. The playing card had been a message, a bold declaration that the battle for the city was far from over. The wives knew it was more than a taunt. It was a challenge from a rival who understood the game they were playing. Inside Anna Petrov's estate, the atmosphere was thick with determination as they prepared for the next move. Anna's strategy. Anna sat at the head of the table, the Queen of Spades resting in front of her like a dare. Around her, Maria, Sophia, and Laura watched in silence as she outlined their plan. "We don't wait for them to make the next move," Anna said, her voice steady. "We find out who's leading this and cut them off before they can build any more momentum." Maria nodded, her arms crossed. "I've been digging into the financial ties we uncovered at the safe house. There's a name that keeps coming up. Isadora Vance. She's a broker who deals in more than just money." Sophia's brow furrowed. "I know that name. She used to frequent my gallery with Radcliffe. Always quiet, always watching." Laura leaned forward, her expression sharp. "If she's the one behind this, we need to move fast. She's not just a broker, she's a strategist, and she's using our playbook." Anna's gaze hardened. "Then we rewrite the rules." Maria's investigation. Maria spent hours combing through financial records, her focus unyielding. Isadora Vance's name was connected to a web of shell companies, each tied to known associates of Radcliffe. One transaction stood out, a large payment to a property in the Northern Industrial District. She called Anna. "I found her base of operations, a warehouse off St. James Avenue. She's consolidating there." Anna's voice was calm but firm. "Good work. We'll make our move tonight." Sophia's reconnections. Sophia reached out to a former patron who had once been close to Isadora. Their meeting took place in a quiet corner of a high-end cafe, the hum of conversation masking their words. "Isadora's always been methodical," the patron said, their tone cautious. "She doesn't take risks unless she's sure she can win. If she's targeting you, it's because she sees an opportunity." Sophia's voice was steady. "And what about her weaknesses? Everyone has one." The patron hesitated, then leaned in closer. "She doesn't trust anyone. She runs everything herself. If you want to take her down, you'll have to isolate her." Laura's surveillance. Laura scouted the warehouse under the cover of darkness, her movements silent and deliberate. From her vantage point on a nearby rooftop, she watched as shipments were unloaded, each crate marked with Isadora's insignia, a stylized black spade. She snapped photos and relayed her findings to Anna. "She's running her operations out of here. Security's tight, but not impenetrable." Anna's response crackled through the comms. "We strike at midnight. Be ready." The warehouse assault. The wives moved swiftly, their team executing the plan with precision. Maria coordinated the perimeter breach, her team neutralizing the guards with silent efficiency. Sophia provided cover, her sharp eye ensuring no operative escaped unnoticed. Inside, Anna and Laura led the charge, navigating the maze-like corridors until they reached the heart of the operation. There, amidst rows of crates, stood Isadora Vance, her presence as commanding as it was unnerving. "So the Queen's finally come to greet the spade," Isadora said, her voice smooth and mocking. "How predictable." Anna's gun remained steady in her hand. "This ends now, Isadora. You've lost." Isadora's smile didn't waver. "You think cutting me down will stop this? You've built your empire on the same foundation as mine. All it takes is one crack, and it all falls apart." Laura's voice was ice. "Then we'll make sure there are no cracks." The standoff ended in a flurry of movement. Isadora's operatives attempted to intervene, but the wives and their team were prepared. Within minutes the warehouse was secure, and Isadora was in custody. The aftermath. Back at the estate, the wives regrouped, the tension in the air finally easing. The black spade insignia was placed on the table alongside the Queen of Spades card, a symbol of their victory. Maria poured herself a glass of wine, her expression thoughtful. She was right about one thing. We can't afford any cracks. Not now. Sophia nodded, her voice quiet but firm. Then we make sure there aren't any. We've come too far to let this slip away." Laura's gaze was sharp. "And we stay ready. Because if there's one Isadora, there's bound to be another." Anna lifted her glass, her voice steady. "To strength, to vigilance, and to ensuring our reign is unbreakable." As their glasses clinked, the city lay quiet outside, unaware of the battle that had just ended, and the queens who now ruled its shadows.